This is Hick Hunley, hillbilly nobody from the mountains and hollows of Nowell, Virginia. I've heard about the tragic fire of the Cathedral of Notre Dame. Now, French people must be a lot more forgiving today, because any time in history, seemed like they'd be sharpening up the guillotines by now. But they said it was just an accident. And then I learned that they was having a hard time coming up with some money to repair the cathedral in the first place. But after this tragic fire, they come up with $1 billion in 2 days. Well, the financially embarrassed French yellow vest protesters should realize now, well, they lie in the pecking order of the concerns of financial uppities. Now, this French premier, who is also a financial uppity himself, claims he'll have this cathedral rebuilt in 5 years. Well, considering only it was mainly the roofs that burnt, and those timbers was enough of them. It took a forest to supply the original ones, and forests in Europe 850 years ago, I figure had trees a lot bigger than they are today, and there was a lot more of them. So I wonder, well, this French premier planning on cutting down this forest to replace all those timbers to rebuild this roof. Now, I must tell them it's no use coming looking in the Appalachian Mountains of southeast U.S. because they've mostly been scalped over. Now, I like to explain a small way this scalping was done. There was once these 2 international companies that decided to merge. And one of these companies for decades had in their possessions hundreds of thousands of acres of forest land. Now, I always thought this forest land was the best public relation assets this corporation had, because the public was allowed to buy hunting permits and fishing permits, and if they just wanted to roam across it on hoof or foot, it didn't take a permit at all. But the second corporation of this merger, it saw all this forest land as dollar signs, and they sold it all after the merger. Of course, they only sold it in thousands or more acre plots. That way, only uppity financial speculators would have the means to buy any of it. And of course, to buy it, the corporation gets to use their forestry expertise to manage all this forest land they sold. My now dead Paul back then said, yes, they'll manage to cut it off. This is Hick Hunley, hillbilly nobody, from the mountains and hollows of Nowell, Virginia, wishing you a good day.